their dance. The watching mind is Shiva. The dancing mind is Shakti. So inside Shakti. Suppose the watching mind and the dancing images both stop, that is Parabrahman. So that is Parabrahman, then from there Ishvara, and then Shakti. Then once again, mental thinking is Shiva, physical speaking is Shakti. Physical speaking is Shiva, then actually Poda. That Poda is Shiva, this is Shakti. Movement. That means any motion, and then that which impels the motion. That which impels the motion is Shiva. And the motion itself is Shakti. You see? So this way Shiva Shakti goes on and on and on all the time. Yeah. And so what we say, without Shiva, Shakti cannot be. And without Shakti, Shiva cannot express. You know? And based on that, the Ardhanarishvara. This is how symbolic.
Simply we did something, that came pattern. Then I am thinking now what to do,
right.
what answer. Give me this. This is everywhere. Is forehand. It's very simple, Swami. Husband, wife is forehand. This is within. Why so many Shiva? Everybody say, why so Shiva all everywhere? Everywhere, husband. But that's the creator. Then beginning. And that's all Swami. Yeah, that you can see Swami. Yeah, that's everything there.
The theoretical thing must come, Gopal. All the children.
No, what happens when we do something in India, dance, I must plan out why report will come, why it is like this.
They'll definitely ask. So, my Gopal, yesterday, Yamini Krishnamurti danced in Madras. The critics have torn her to pieces. Simply, absolutely nonsense. Simply tore her to pieces. All because in Alaripur, she took very complicated Tisrajati something like that, 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7 combination she took for Alaripur. You know? The guys, critics. Alaripur is meant, is warming up. So why should she show all those flashes? Yamini Krishnamurti cannot do this kind of thing. He has done so much for Bharatanatyam. What has happened? Who is he trying to impress? Like it go. Torn her to pieces. And then she took some Varnam. I don't know what Varnam is. Something about Shingaram business only. But all the jatis, she purposely took very highly complicated Kanake. One requires tremendous stamina and fast, and also fast. Studying how he interprets. Look, Varnam is the most important item of Bharatanatyam. Now, in the Varnam, the Bhavam is important. You have taken Shringara Bhavam. When you do the Shringara Bhavam, suddenly you go into fast speed in the Jadi and Kanak. You get applause, that's a different matter. But the beauty and the poise of it goes no. This just clash. The Bhavana is Raudram. The Jadi also is complicated and fast. Then they mix nicely. So the Bhavana is all Lasyam, and the Jati alone becomes like a Tandavam. But you, and her reply for that, look, Varnam is exactly like that. Varnam, the Bhavana that is there, artist shows, I can switch over from a Lasya movement to Tandava movement, I can come back to Lasya movement. You know, and I can create all kind of complicated steps. Alaripur, any girl who has taken the Arangatram, she does 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the great thing about it? You know, why should we keep all the time? Alaripur means warming up. I don't require any warming up. I'm a senior most artist. I was dancing for the past 25 years. I don't require any warming up. A girl who is doing the Arangatram, she must do warming up. You know? And for me it is not necessary. So I'm trying to show in Alaripur itself what all things you can do. This argument, I said, how will ever in Singapore, Kuala Lumpur journalists, what will they know about all this? We all hello? Namaskar. But I thought very uncharitable.
No, Swamiji, in case of the report also, that's I'm telling every time, Swamiji, you have to
Only one fell, no. Sham Benagam. No, Girish Karnad, Sham Benagam. No, Girish Karnad. Girish Karnad is the one who presided over the Music Academy meeting. He brought a very new ideas. It is true, Bharatanatyam, classical dance all, we started in India. We must keep up the tradition. But we should not forget the whole world also is evolving in science and technology. We have got now the chance to see and hear the dance of South Africa, dance of Mexico, dance of London, dance of Europe. Some very tribal people who are living in the deep in the mountain. All those things today we can see in the video, in the cinema, the listening. To that extent the world has evolved. And therefore, in the name of tradition, we should not ignore these things. We must be able to keep the tradition, and yet humility must be able to accept anything beautiful which will make this tradition also grow, that we should not hesitate. Then another point it brings in. Loudspeaker, lighting arrangements, backdrops, laser beam effect, all these things are come to stay. Everybody start appreciating. If classical people are not going to choose this, you have allowed the pop fellows and discotheque fellows to choose that. And to that extent it has earned a bad name. Now why are we so backward? Why are we having all kind of these ideas? Laser beam has come, it can produce Shivatandam. He is telling, if a Shivatandam, you also give the laser effect, and the actual Shivatandam can produce fantastic impact. See? And then he gives a very nice example. Unlike Kathak dance, every jati is not made in Bharatanatyam. In Kathak, every jati the leg must do. Whereas in Bharatanatyam, only 1:4. 4 jatis you make only takadim dam, takadim dam, takadim dam, dam, like that. 4:1 you do. Okay? But how do you create the visual impact for the audience? Natwanganar, takadim dam, takadim dam, takadim dam. She does the takadim dam. He doesn't put your steps.
The whole thing they don't do.
That's right. They don't do. The dancer doesn't do the whole thing, but Nattuvangam and the Mridangam fellow do it. When the audience look at it, it looks as if she is doing it. You know? So he gives this example. That means you are taking the help of another sound, 2 different sounds, to enhance the beauty of the dance. Right? If you can take that sound like that, why can't you take the laser light? You know? Because he is also a director, he is also an actor. He acted in the Hindi Shankarabharanam. He is the one who acted, Girish Karnad, one of the very well-known art movie directors. And then he introduced, time has come, Carnatic music must also recognize, film is not something bad. I am a film man, and I am also fond of classical music and classical dances. In fact, I have been trained like that. But you cannot, just because it came in cinema, once upon a time it's okay. Now the times have changed. Today I am here, this evening I will be in Delhi. Times have come like that. So our traditional people must take into consideration. Tomorrow we must introduce a sessions. Even film music composing also is an art. And it is a little tougher art than anything else. You know?
Yes.
You see? Because he gives an example, Gopal. If a Bahavatar comes and sings on the stage and he sings one Raga Labana and Ragam, it flops. That's all. Only he loses. Whereas in a cinema, if a music is composed, it flops. 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs of rupees.
So many people lost.
So many will be lost. One simple song can kill the whole film. Okay? And are you going to take all these things into consideration or not? Very beautiful talk, Gopal. Then he gave the Yamini Krishnamurti was given the Nitya Chudamani title. Then she gave a dance. Next day morning, they just, the Subudu, you know, they are all cranky fellows. Somewhat like our man here. You know? He knows only how to criticize, all the time he will criticize. But if he just go there and maktafy that fellow, immediately he will make a big fuss about that kind of fellow. Right, sir? Though, very knowledgeable fellow. He just said, why do you bring Alaripu all this thing? And
he got a point from me.
She gave a reply, look, Alaripu is true, Alaripu is warming. Warming, I'm not a baby, I'm doing Arangatam today, I have to warm up. You know, I have already done all the warming up.